Morning. Okay, to get started, we're going to, of course, warm up. We're going to start with the chords in A, D, and E. Then we're going to look at what is similar or the same for each chord. So when you go from A to D, third finger slides to fret 3. Doesn't come off of the string. 1 and 2 then drop and spread to third string and second string. You know how easy that movement is? Recognizing those things is what increases your speed. And then to get from D to E, first finger stays on third string. You slide back and then you readjust for E. Of course, you know E now. That you have to change everything. But the first finger just slides from D, fret 2, to fret 1. And then when you go back to the A, your second and third finger are in the same position. They come down 2 strings and 1 lifts up 1 string and comes in 1 fret. Reverse that nice and slow. Then you have the alternate fingering for A, where you would drop 2 and 3 down 1 string and add pinky to second string. This way, first finger can stay. So watch how fast I'll go between E and A. There's an old, I don't remember the song. There's an old song that really blasts through these very quickly. And it was something my teacher played. I went to see him perform one time, and he played it, and he was doing that motion. I'm like, it's easier just to do this. And you're actually following your rules of logic where you're keeping that first finger down. So remember, you can bend the rules of chord fingerings to make it faster and easier. If you're popping back and forth between D and G, you don't want to use that fingering, right? Because then everything adjusts. So here, third finger never comes off. Now, if you're going between G and C, or C and G, this to that, again, everything adjusts. So here, 2 and 3 go up. They stay in the same shape, right? Fourth string, fifth string, sixth string, pinky. 1 pops off. So I'm adjusting, I'm using an alternate fingering for G and for A to make it faster, to make it easier. Another good example of the alternate fingering, of course, is E minor. G, E minor. However, if I'm in this G, that E minor works much, much better. And you will find this throughout, chord after chord. Not every chord. C, this is the only fingering for C. You're not going to do this fingering for C. You'll do a variation of that, but it's really more like a bar chord, like that. So let's jump into the bar chord concept. The bar chord is you take your E, rotate each finger backwards. So second finger goes here, third finger goes there, and pinky goes here. So we'll move everybody back 1. Slide forward and let first finger extend, and look how much of my finger is off the fingerboard to make F. And remember, the first few times you do a bar chord, it's going to be like the first few times you did an A chord. It's not going to sound very good. Don't get frustrated. Keep playing. Keep playing. To get that strength, make sure you're continuing to do your 1 finger per fret exercise. Now you want to pull them down to first fret. So we used to do them above 5th fret. Now try to do them below 5th fret. So wider. See how that fingering, and then Okay, and then continuing to make sure that you're running through your basic chords of caged, C-A-G-E-D. Occasionally changing it up with the C add 9. So the first time I did this G, C, A. The second time I did the C add 9, A, G. And that really starts to help you understand how a different fingering can make things a little easier and sound completely different. I'm going to do C, F, G, and then I'm going to do C add 9, small f, and G. So C, F, bar F, G, C add 9, small f, G. Big difference. Now the C add 9, of course, is important because then 3 and 4 come up one. It's the only adjustment. They come up one string each. You omit 6 and 1. 1 is kind of hard to play anyway in this fingering. And you get what's known as a 9, not the add 9, just a regular 9 movable chord, a very bluesy, jazzy type of chord. So now we get a whole new type of chord, whole new sound, way over there. Sounds completely different than anything else, which can be really, really cool because you're trying to create mood. And you can hear that mood change. Knowing your basic chords explores the big chords. Have a great week. Happy Halloween.